Back to school, to show daddy I'm not a fool. Josh, what movie?
Come on. Billy Madison.
Okay, good.
Come on.
Oh, back to school, to prove to dad that I'm not a fool.
So that should probably date Josh and I for you. School's been out for a long time. Josh went to Columbia, you may or may not know. I went to UCLA. He will tell you. And we're here at Occidental College, great school in Eagle Rock, California. And we're just taking a look at the neighborhood in one of our new off-market deals. And we wanted to school you, our watchers, on one of the questions we get most often. Josh, what is the question you get asked most often from buyers?
I get asked, how do I get access to off-market deals? Number one question.
Number one question.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would concur.
An off-market sale is the sale of a property that was never on the MLS. The MLS is the multiple listing service. It aggregates the listings for public consumption. There's an MLS across the United States. An off-market sale is a sale that was made off the public market.
There's an easy answer as to how you get access, but there's also a follow-up kind of answer is that off-market deals aren't the solution to circumvent the market, right? I mean, we were talking about a comprehensive plan to find a property.
It's one aspect of a greater strategy, but it can't be the strategy itself.
I want to pause from that before we get into what your strategy is and talk about what off markets look like and how they really work in the real world. Josh, you think you could get into like the clear cooperation policy?
Yeah, so this past year, off-market changed a little bit. You cannot market a property as off-market for more than a couple days before putting it as an active listing on the MLS. So what that has done is it has taken the pocket listings out of the equation. You can't be sending emails to a bunch of brokers and your friends saying, hey, I have this listing, and not letting the public see that you have a property coming up.
With the market being the way it is, there isn't a lot of opportunity for off market because it makes more sense to list the property and expose it to the market.
Yeah, when you're getting multiple offers and things are going crazy because the most eyes are going to be on your property, if I'm a seller, I have to have a pretty specific set of circumstances if I'm not going to want to put it on the open market.
And there are those circumstances. People are concerned about COVID. People don't want to have an open house. Maybe they get a great price that factors in the idea that it's been open, that it's been put on the market and the price is so good, they have to take it. Certainly there are instances where off market makes sense, but in this neighborhood where you have starter home, people upgrading to the forever home in the $1 million to $3 million range, there's so many buyers, it doesn't necessarily make sense to do something off market. I'm not telling you there aren't exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, 99% of the time, you're gonna do better on the market in 2022 in pandemic real estate days. You agree with that, Josh?
I do. As a matter of fact, if you look at it from the buyer's perspective, in many cases, and again, there may be exceptions to this rule, but in many cases, you're not going to get a deal if you're getting something off market. As a matter of fact, I think you may end up having to pay a premium because you're getting exclusive access and you're going to have to give a price and terms good enough for a seller in a seller's market to say, you know what, I'm not going to put it on the market. I think this is the best I'm going to get. Fred, stand over here. Here, give me this. Eagle Rock. Get it?
Get it? Wait, there's one more.
Two bald eagles.
That was very funny, Josh. Pulling up to the office. Hello, ladies. Josh is back here. Titus. What up?
Brad, why don't you tell me a little bit about your feelings when a buyer comes to you and says, I'm looking for an off-market deal?
Well, I mean, I always want to know what people's motivations are. Whenever we're negotiating, whenever we're dealing with people, you want to know where they're coming from. Nothing is one size fits all, but the idea is maybe you can get a deal off market because you're not dealing with multiple offers. Maybe the people need a quick sale. They don't want to go through staging and painting and all this sort of stuff to get the property ready. It's COVID. They don't want to put their property in the market, have people walking through, potentially getting them sick. There can be those advantages. off market should probably be part of a strategy of getting properties. One is employing a competent broker, having them look off market for you, having them pursue things on market, and really testing out where you can get a deal. Because if you're only searching on off market, you're gonna miss out on the 99% of other property that are listed on the public market. What's up, boys? So we're talking about off markets, and we're talking about the benefits of off markets, the potential reasons why people do it. I wanted to ask you, Josh, like, how do you get off market deals?
There are a few different strategies, I'll call them. One thing you can do is you look for the top, call it 5 brokers in an area, the people who you feel are really tuned into the market, and you call them up. You let them know what you're looking for and see if they have maybe like what I'd call a soft seller, someone who's open to a deal but isn't looking to, you know, put their property on the market, have to stage it, have to have people come through. Another thing I'll do is I'll send out mailers, very targeted mailers to a demographic that I think is gonna sell, call it, you know, in a market like this, someone who purchased their home about 5 years ago, maybe a 3-bed, 2-bath, mid-range.
So Josh just explained to you what an off-market deal was, the public eye via the multiple listing service. And instead of kind of conceptualizing how you go about getting an off-market, I want to talk about my own personal process of getting 2 off-market homes in a neighborhood that were side by side.
Let's look around. Get up.
Let's do this.
Get up, Brad. Show us where we are.
Here we're at my home in Eagle Rock, California, and I shouldn't say my home yet. It is my home.
Check out this beauty.
This is a property we're about to start renovation on. Come on in. And this is a 1908 Craftsman, about 2,600 square feet. Sits on about a 12,000 square foot lot. And it is original, baby. Now, as you can see right now, I'm using it for storage. And it's a mess. We're starting construction. We submitted our permits. They should be approved any day now. And the reason why I was able to buy this in this condition is because the seller did not want to do a traditional on-market sale. She was older. They were in the middle of COVID. The house was filled to the brim with stuff. I mean, I shouldn't talk because now it's filled to the brim with stuff. But I mean, filled to the brim with stuff to the point where it really wasn't in showable condition. You can see some of the problems with it. You know, I got wood rot there from water intrusion. We got a wavy foundation here. We got this action right here. We got broken plaster. We're doing a total remodel. But what's fun about the plaster is you can always do this and kick some out. Because we're redoing this whole thing. We're gonna reconfigure the whole thing, and it's gonna be great. And the way I found this house was, it was the house next to my current residence. And as you can see now, it is the same lot, smaller house.
Wait, this one?
Yes, this one. You think I can get out of it?
Oh, got it. Get it. You're gonna end up wearing this thing. So, this is a $750,000.
No.
Oh, what did you?
All right, we're good.
Brad, why don't you just tell everyone what you got on your pants?
Dogs are a blessing and a curse. And one of my dogs decided to use the facilities next to Bo's house. And I didn't see it, and I got some poop on my pants.
All right, so Brad, you bought this house off market.
Yeah.
And you bought this house off market.
Right.
What was the process of getting this one, and how did it differ from that one?
So this one was brought to me by a local broker who knows that I'm an investor. And he was like, hey, I got this off-market opportunity. As you can see, this is about a half-acre property. These 12,000 square foot lots in this neighborhood are very rare. I recognize the value right away for development, for potential adding of an ADU, now the passage of SB 9, a potential duplex. So we kind of have a plan to restore this to being a modern craftsman on the outside, original, but modern feeling on the inside.
Would you say that getting these houses is a strategy that other people could employ, or would you say that luck played a role?
Well, luck definitely plays a role in everything. I don't think success is where luck meets preparation. And you're also probably thinking, oh, hey, Brad, you're the broker, you're gonna hog all the deals. That may be so. We are gonna take down some of these deals, but we can't take down them all. I can tell you, Josh can tell you, I have 7 mortgages. So you can't take down every deal. There are enough deals to go around if you're looking, but you have to be with someone who's sharp, and you have to be with someone who's able to recognize value and move quickly, and you have to be able to move quickly. because these deals don't last long. These off-market deals are hard to come by, and generally they're off-market for some sort of reason.
Now, Brad, you say that you don't buy everything, but it seems like you have a property collection problem.
Listen, I like real estate. What can I say?
Yeah, you buy a lot of it.
Yeah,
We.
So to recapitulate. One, what is an off-market?
An off-market is a property that's not on the MLS.
Meaning it is not available for public consumption.
Perfect.
Two, hire a local expert to help you find your off-market deals.
Someone who's tied into the market that you're looking for.
And three, off-market should only be a part of a comprehensive plan to acquire real estate. You should be looking at off-market, you should be looking at on-market, and more importantly, you should be making sure that you narrow your focus down to an area, to a lot size, to an improvement size, to even a style, so that you know when that off-market comes about that you're ready to go because you've seen enough property.
You should know exactly what you want and be prepared to act quickly. And if you've been looking for a specific thing for a while and it comes up, you're gonna know the value, you're gonna know what it's worth to you, and you're gonna know the opportunity cost of something so perfect for you coming up.